Hello everybody and welcome to the Solos Round 1 of the GLCL 2022 Ultimate Chicken Horse Tournament. Our first 3 of 12 competitors are Septilence, Braden, and Charlie. Now, the interesting thing that all of you need to know about round number 1 is you don't have to win, you just can't come in last. The first 2 players, the top 2 players, will move on. Third place, unfortunately, won't be so lucky. These players are chomping at the bit to get into the game, and we are going to do just that. Septilence as the snake, Charlie as the elephant, and Braden as the chicken. This is going to be a one map, one and done. First place, second place, move on, but third place, unfortunately, cut from a single elimination bracket. The items coming out so quickly that I was not even able to catch them as I was explaining the rules to you now, but with an instant pause, something's gone awry, and I'm not quite sure what it is, but unfortunately, that is the way live production is going to happen here. We're going to make a couple of mistakes as the tournament organizers help put everything together, but I'm trying to take a look and see if anything really went wrong. Taking the same characters, returning to the treehouse, and getting ready to start all over again. The farm, one of the easiest, if not the easiest maps in the game, so I think these players are taking quite the gamble here, running over to random. Septilence's going to be getting that grip on, make sure he's identifiable, as if a snake on a skateboard doesn't stand out enough, but wow, the triple random commit here. Oh, and it's space! From one of the easiest maps in the game to what is undoubtedly one of the hardest. What could have been a cakewalk for these players now becomes a real challenge. Getting to the top on turn number 1 is near impossible for a variety of reasons. The fireballs that are in the way, just getting the proper building materials to get to the top, but Septilence trying to play the long game, teleporter right next to the exit at the end. That's how you get there, that's how you get the points, but unfortunately they can't even reach the lowest bar, so you gotta wonder if they're just gonna jump off and call it a day, and 1, 2, 3, they will do just that. That's the hard thing about this game, is sometimes it's just not beatable, even when you want it to be. Nobody wins, and nobody gets any points, and if everybody wins, nobody gets any points, so it's a very dangerous back and forth. Braden goes quick for that boxing glove, and it's a dangerous weapon as it can take an enemy out in a single punch if it lands. You see the bomb land on nothing. A barrel from Septilence is going to open up a little bit of space, and Septilence jumps quick. Charlie just can't say the same. First kill on the board for Braden. They get close, but gravity's still a little bit too strong. Septilence bites the meteor, and Braden not far behind. That's still no points on the board, 2 turns out the door here. I know that there's a couple of turn limits one way or another, but I don't know which tournament rules dictate if it's going to be winner take all, just whoever has the most points, or if you have to win in a regulation. And a little bit of teamwork from Septilence and Braden to get that wheel of turning. Charlie put the trap door down. Oof, Septilence right into a comet there. Charlie might get squished. Okay, nope, more of a push off. Braden goes up, trying to read the rotation. This should be a clean run, and it is. First points on the board. And once you've completed the map, you become invincible, so Braden will do a little bit of dancing here, but is no longer at risk of losing points. That one's gone. Charlie falls off the cycle once again. This is the time to jump if he's going to take it. Anyway, it's just a fraction too slow. No wall jump to find him all the way back down to the satellite. Off the bottom. Punches Braden, but again, that invincibility really coming in handy. Here's Charlie's time to shine. He needs to jump quickly, not waiting for the rotation. He waits a second too late. He still makes it. Wall jump up. Gravity working in his favor, and Charlie goes right up into that spaceship. First and second points awarded accordingly. Septilence with that moving saw blade. Comet shooter from Charlie and a flamethrower from Braden, so the lethality of this map is going to increase tenfold, it seems. Especially as all 3 of these items are tossed right into the mix. Everybody jumps, boxing glove, no kills this time around. Charlie gets read by the rotation again, but goes in far enough to not be pushed off the platform. This could spell disaster. This could be a huge opportunity for Charlie. The saw blade gets him. Septilence up and around the saw blade. Flamethrower to boot, and first on the board. Now all 3 players will have points, but it's only Braden who has completed this map twice. Septilence not far behind thanks to that trap point, but Braden is still notably in the lead. Charlie begins to fall down here. I believe the newest of the 3 players in this game. With a clock and a wooden board left. Another tech pause. I'm not totally sure why, though, if I'm being honest. Septilence has to go to the bathroom or something. He pauses in the middle of the game, but I wonder if this is just a discussion of rule set. Maybe one of these items is supposed to be turned off. If I had to guess, with the clock, an item that we see a lot less of these days. Wow, yeah, we don't have any information from the tournament organizers here. The GLCL is being run here in this matchup, but unfortunately, not much is happening otherwise. I guess Septilence... Oh, I know why he's pausing. He's pausing so he can have me remind all of you that you can follow GLCL Official on Twitch or Twitter or Instagram and watch more of what we do in stuff like this. A punching glove and 2 wooden beams. So a lot of stability being built in this matchup. A personal beam block from Braden there to make sure that Septilence cannot get any value out of that punching glove. And Septilence gets valued by Braden from the first round or maybe second round of item placements. Septilence out the way. This is a huge moment for Charlie. If he can survive to get right back into this race. Sawblade's a bit frightening. Charlie does survive. They both jump back up. Charlie a little too far to the left. Gonna have to commit the jump. Braden makes it safely to the top while Charlie plummets all the way back down to the bottom. Goes for the reset. Goes up. Sawblade goes down. And Charlie will be taken out in the blink of an eye. Braden now gonna gain some solo points drastically, taking the lead. And Septilence snake there certainly not gonna matter. As long as you're in second place, that's what matters. First place, not what you need in this matchup, as top 2 will move on. We're going to have 4 rounds in round 1, each of them having 3 folks, and 2 of those people will move on, first and second place respectively. This might get a heck of a lot harder here. Braden going for a devious Sawblade placement upside down nonetheless. Quick jump up and over. People starting to learn. You can see they're conditioned by Braden there to jump early so they don't get boxing gloved. And this new beam from Septilence makes it difficult to get to the top. Oh, but he does not seem to mind. Charlie already goes down, and this could spell disaster. If Braden and Septilence finish, it may be impossible for Charlie to catch back up. Of course, Braden and Septilence have to make it to the top. A lot of patience here. You gotta respect the plays they're bringing out, and Septilence almost taken out by that boxing glove, but barely able to survive. Braden might be going for a rotation around a wall slide jump off the trapdoor and leaving Septilence in the dust. But the flamethrower into a post-mortem! Braden dies before hitting that cross, but still makes it to the goal line and gets those extra points. I believe you actually get additional points for that post-mortem finish. Septilence jumps off of a fireball and survives to talk about it. Second place finish, not bad, when, like I said, Septilence just needs that second place finish, and unless Charlie wins this upcoming round, he might be out of the race early. Barbed wire, a spinning saw blade, and a staircase. So Septilence really petty about Braden using that trap door, completely blocks it off with a saw blade, and Charlie almost the first one to find out what that blade tastes like. Septilence falls down, Braden just spamming that poor boxing glove until he hopefully gets an elimination. Goes up, Charlie goes through, gets caught by the meteor, and the saw blade to boot, unfortunately. Going to be taken out here in a very critical round for the Elephant. Rotation is great from Septilence all the way up to the top, makes it in first place finish. Can Braden follow through? He sees the pattern. Septilence showed the way up. Braden just has to copy it or find one of his own. Trapdoor already activated, so this is the only option to survive. Braden trying to get that frame jump, is able to line it up, goes for the double commitment. Wall jumps up. But the hay bale. Devastating. Can Braden jump up and around? Out, getting caught by the barbed wire. There's only one way to find out. And he overcommits the jump, falls into the meteor, and goes down. Septilence, some solo points here should really spike him up the ladder, but not enough to catch up to Braden, who is incredibly far in the lead. If Septilence can clutch out this round, perhaps. Braden beats him to the teleporter. Septilence's turn 1 plan begins to crumble, but maybe Braden will use it as well. We'll put both of them in the win. If Charlie doesn't follow, it could be disaster. Septilence first one in, first one to finish, but if all 3 of them just take the teleporter, and it won't matter. Braden second in line. Charlie just needs to get in that teleporter and can make the round null and void, but no! He goes for the true finish. Could this be a victory for the Elephant believers right now? For the crouch, a Charlie Classic gets pushed off. A Charlie Classic. Teleporter wide open to his left, but he's choosing not to take it. Gets the jump again. A lot of patience here. The Elephant just feels like one of the clunkiest characters in the game, is notably the largest. I don't know if that actually changes the hitboxes or not, if it's all a mental game. Charlie goes for the wall jump. This is a hard wall jump. Septilence made it pretty intentionally. It's not frame perfect, but it certainly requires less frames to make the jump. And Charlie unfortunately gets caught out by that meteor. This may be a win from Braden, even in second place. Let's see, and he barely makes it over the line. That means Braden is the ultimate chicken of round 1, game 1. Septilence in second place, and unfortunately for our friend Charlie, he will be the first person eliminated out of the GLCL 2022 Ultimate Chicken Horse Tournament. But, folks, this is round 1 of many to come. Septilence and Braden securing their spots in the semifinals, and Charlie, unfortunately, will not be joining them. Who's next to join them in the semifinals, though? We're going to find out in the upcoming round.